Here's how to make your first $500 on Instagram. Even if you have a small following or you don't want to run paid ads, this will still work for you. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Melissa, and I've been creating and selling my own digital products for over 8 years. And now I help others create and sell their own digital products too. So if you've been Googling how to make money online, the best-selling digital products, and trying to figure out the best sellers on Etsy, this video is for you. And I'm going to show you what actually works, especially if you feel like you've tried everything already. So I'm going to break this down step by step in a way that's doable, beginner friendly, easy to digest, and proven. And yes, it still works even if you don't have an audience on Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this window on. There you go. So you guys can actually see the steps as I explain them. But I want to get really real for a second because you've probably tried a lot of things already. Like you've probably have downloaded the viral content guide. You've probably have saved a bunch of content inspo. You've probably tried the trends and tried repurposing hooks that have helped other accounts go viral, but yet you're still hearing crickets, and maybe you're having a lot of trouble growing and you're having a lot of trouble getting followers and getting eyes on your account. And this is why, and it's because most people who do it this way are posting for the algorithm and not their dream customer. And I want you to remember that your dream customer, or who you're going to actually be serving with your digital product, is actually the algorithm. And so when you are creating your content should be speaking to your dream customer, not the algorithm. You should be making content that converts, not teaches. So that when someone finally lands on your content, they're DMing you. And they're DMing you and asking you for the link instead of asking you to teach them or coach them for free. Sorry, let me turn this off so that my cell notifications are not pinging the entire time. Okay. So if that's you, I also want you to realize that it's not your fault that you're doing it that way, because that's a lot of the clickbait advice that is being taught right now. It's completely not your fault, but it is the wrong strategy. So if you're doing it that way, that's why it's not working for you. Okay. And I'm going to show you, I don't know what happened to my screen. I'm going to show you the right way to do it. So step number one, we just talked about this a little bit, but step number one, I want you to first shift from teacher. So like stop teaching with your content. Instead, I want you to speak more so to the transformation. Sorry, I know I broke this word up. But the reason why you do it that way is because information is free. And when you are teaching, you are literally giving away information. I guarantee that's what you're doing. You're doing how to do X, Y, Z. And then in the caption, you have like your brain dumping everything that you can think of, because you think if you just give all of the value, people are going to trust you and buy from you. But it's not true. Because information is free. Like there's ChatGPT, there's Google, there's YouTube, there's free information literally everywhere. And people know that. And that information is not actually what people buy. It's not what they want. What do they want instead? They want a transformation. Okay. Now you're probably like, okay, that's great. How do I provide transformation? Well, first of all, if you have a student result, like if you've helped someone before in the past, that's a transformation. Your own story is a transformation. Use these in your content and literally story tell, or what I like to call story sell, in your content. Speak to your dream customer. Literally hit them in the middle of the target, hit them in their soul. Because what I see happening all the time is you have this digital product, whatever it is, whether it's a course, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a template, whether it's a coaching program, whether it's $10,000 or $10, it doesn't matter. This still works, and even still works if you're selling a physical product as well, because marketing, messaging, sales psychology, the way that our human brain works, it's still the same. But what I see happening is people come into this game and they're like, I just want to make money. And it's understandable. That's why we're all here, right? We want to serve others, but it's a business. We want to make money for ourselves and for our family. And so what I see happening is people think, oh, well, in order to make money, I need to reach all of these people. I need to reach everyone. Because if I can reach everyone, then that means that everyone is going to buy from me and I'll make more money. So they end up being very broad, very generic, very fluffy. And I see this with things like live your dream life. be happy, healthy, and wealthy. I think I spelled that wrong. But here's the thing. Everyone is saying these things. Everyone is saying these things. And these things do not mean the same thing to everybody. Happy to this person may be living on a farm 400 miles away from the nearest neighbor with cows, chickens, dogs, their own vegetable garden, and no cell phone service. Whereas happy to this person over here could mean living next door to their mom, 5 minutes from the big city, cell phone service, Wi-Fi service, going to the beach every other weekend. Happy means different to everyone. So all of these things are too fluffy and too generic. And whenever you try to make, so this is the center of your target. So whenever you go broader and broader and broader and more generic, your dream customer, who is like perfect for your digital product, is looking at this going, I don't think that this is for me, because they're seeing all of this fluff here and they're confused. And when someone is uncertain, that uncertainty leads to doubt. And that doubt leads to risk. And risk makes people not buy. Okay? So, step number one, be the teacher. Step number one, stop being the teacher and focus more on the transformation. Step number two is to be specific. Specific. This is why I teach digital products and not spelling. Sorry. Because this way, your dream, and by specific, I mean your dream customer should literally like land on your content. It doesn't matter which content. Land on your content. Land on your sales page. Read your email. They should all be so specific that they see it and instantly know, oh my gosh, this ebook, this digital product, this course, whatever it is for me. Like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. You're exactly who I've been searching everywhere for the last 6 months, no doubt. And that is how you really make sales in your sleep. I feel like there was a way to change this color. There it is. Sorry, I want it to be green. This is how people actually make sales in your sleep. This is where true passive income comes in, because you're not trying to convince this person in your DMs. You're not having to get on a sales call with them. You're not saying, please buy my product. Don't do that ever, by the way. It's so specific with your content that this dream customer knows without a doubt that this product is exactly what they've been looking for. They know without a doubt that it's going to work for them because you were so specific. So please be specific. That's step number 2. And then step number 3 is to obviously position your digital product as the one and only solution. So one and only solution. And again, a lot of this is going to come from your Instagram content. And what I see a lot of times is people showing up without conviction because they're not confident. They're scared to say the wrong thing. And so it comes off iffy. They're like, so you guys, good morning. I just wanted to pop on really quick and just let you know that my ebook is on sale for the next 24 hours. If you wanted to grab it, I think it would be really helpful for you. I'm sorry, but ain't nobody gonna buy that. Whereas if you popped on and you were like, oh my goodness, guess what? I just launched a new module in my course and it's gonna help you go from X to Y in just 2 minutes. If you've been wanting to lose 10 pounds before Christmas gets here, this is exactly what you need. Do you see how specific that was? Do you see how excited I was about it and how certain I was about it and how convicted I was about it? That's the type of content that you have to have in order to sell your digital products and position it as the one and only solution. And that's also going to come from being specific here as well, too. Okay, so you have to know your dream customer. If you don't, what are you even doing? So that's really the front end side of Instagram, right? So you have your content. I'll just do like a play button. That's your Instagram content, right? That's what a lot of your followers and even non-followers and people who really come into your world, That's what they're going to see first. They're going to see your Instagram content. That's the front part of your systems. Then you have the back part of your systems. It's going to be several points, but to keep it simple, obviously this includes your digital product. So let's do it like this. This includes your DP, your digital product, down here at the bottom. This is where they actually buy. Up here is your Instagram content. This is where all of the people are coming into your world. They're finding you through your Instagram content, through your reels, through your carousels. They're coming into your world. Then you have this middle piece here, this middle part of the funnel sales process, whatever you want to call it. Now, someone can come directly a new follower, doesn't even have to be a follower. Someone can come straight into your world here through Instagram and just like literally go through this entire funnel in like 30 seconds and buy from you. And we just talked about that. Where is it at? We just talked about it here. Okay. But sometimes people actually do have to go through the system in order to make the decision to buy. And that's completely okay. It's normal. So one way that I do this is I have what I call let me do a new page. I have what I call a conversion freebie. Now this is different from a regular freebie, and this is part of my conversion funnel, which again is different from a regular sales funnel. So if you tried a sales funnel before and it didn't work, I can almost guarantee you why it didn't work. It's outdated. So that's why I use my conversion funnel. And then inside my conversion funnel, I have my conversion freebie, which by the way is a lot simpler than a regular sales funnel. Again, with a conversion freebie, we are moving away from teaching and moving more so into the transformation. Okay, so keep that in mind when you are making your conversion freebie. Then you have number two. Number two is going to be automations. This is what's going to actually automate the sale and turn your conversion freebie viewers into actual buyers without you. Because what I see happens a lot is people have freebies and then they have something like DM me on Instagram, sign up for a sales call, email me, send me a message. But when you do that, it creates this huge friction point between the freebie and the actual sale. And so when you have these automations set up, you remove this friction point and it allows the buyer to go from your conversion freebie to the actual sale. But again, all of these points have to speak directly. I mean, like literally directly right at your dream customer, at her or him, whoever he or she is, not 400 other people. Because you are not for everyone. Your digital product is not for everyone. Not everyone wants a solution that you're providing. And so the more specific and the more clearer that you get, the quicker that you will make a sale. And the quicker that you make that first sale, the quicker the next sales come. It's just the way that it works. Because once you figure out what works, it's easier to duplicate it. So that first sale can be the hardest goal for so many entrepreneurs because they're following the wrong methods. And we talked about those earlier. But when you do it this way and you break it down and you see how simple it actually is instead of overthinking it, you make that first sale. And then that first sale turns into more sales and more sales and more sales. And it compounds into $500. And then that compounds into $5,000. And then it just keeps growing and doubling. And this is how, with the same framework, with less than, I think I had 125 followers, if even that much. And I was only 13 days in. 13 days. I had reached $500 in sales. Brand new account. And it's because I followed this exact same framework. So if you are posting random tips on Instagram and you're not getting the traction that you thought you should be getting, if you're literally giving away the entire solution, you're literally building a course in your Instagram content in the captions, or you're waiting until your audience reaches a certain threshold, like I have to get 1,000 followers, I need to get 10,000 followers before I can sell. That's why it's not working for you. Those are old, outdated tactics that just do not work in 2025. You don't need a huge following. You need focused, targeted specific messaging, a simple system, and the guts to show up with clarity in order for this to work. And if you want to see exactly how I made that first $500 in just 13 days, and how I also help my clients make sales with brand new accounts as well, I actually put together a free video that's going to walk you through it step by step. It's called the Clarity to Cash Flow Plan. And you can grab it. Like I said, it's completely free. So I'm going to put the link in the description for you down below, so that all you have to do is click on it and grab it, and you can go watch it next. And no, this isn't like some fluffy video. It's the same system that I'm using, that I still use today, and that my students are using to get consistent daily digital product sales on Instagram, even as complete beginners. So if you're tired of guessing and trying to figure it out on your own, this is where we're going to fix it. I'll link it for you down below, and I'll see you in the next video.